are of types based on their exponential functions are of types based on their
Is the last one power?
the power is x, so it does not depend on the power, but it's based on their base. If the base is greater than 1, is increasing. If the base is less than 1, is decreasing. So how many types?
2 types?
That's it. Awesome. Thank you. Exponential functions and log functions are of each other.
Opposite.
Inverses. So opposite is 3 and -3. These are opposites. But inverses of each other means something else. If I apply, so let's say this is the exponential, and I apply log to it, I get x. If this is the log, and I apply exponential to it, I get x. They cancel their effect on x in any order. If I apply the exponential and then log, nothing happens to x. It's like taking the square root. Maybe that's not the best because of conditions. That's what I meant. But let's go ahead with that. So like the square root, if I apply square, I get x. If I take the square root from x squared, I get x, because the two properties, the two operations are inverses of each other. Special exponential functions. What are they? Two exponential functions are called special, or we call them special because they are widely used. Which ones?
Natural.
Yes, 10 to the x and e to the x. Brilliant, thank you very much. And their corresponding log functions are, what is the corresponding log function to this?
Log.
Yes, log, with no base. We know it's 10. We don't write it. And the corresponding of this is?
Natural log.
Yes. We know it's there. We don't write it. Excellent. Properties of the log functions. Log of a times b.
They're adding each other?
Yes. Log a, log b. Very good. Division.
Subtraction.
Yes. Very good. Awesome. Last one. B, lowercase b, log a, which means a factor. When we say factor, we mean multiplication. Please don't put plus or minus here. It's multiplied. Okay. The most important relationship. How do I write this? That replaces this.
The inverse?
Say it again.
Is it the inverse?
Yes. So this is a log equation. We want an exponential one.
A to the power of y equals x.
That's it. Excellent. Thank you so much. Awesome. This is very, very important. Without this, we cannot solve equations. Okay. So we want to find the domain of this function. What do I have to write?
Minus 3x greater than 0.
Brilliant. And we take it from there. Awesome. Change of base formula. I have log base 3 of 21. So it's log. Yes, go ahead.
Is 3 the base?
True, but we want to use the base of change of base formula. Either log 21 over log 3, or same thing with natural log. Natural log 21 over natural log 3. Notice something. This is a fraction, a ratio of two logs. Not to be confused with this. This is log applied to a ratio. This is a division of two logs. So do not confuse the two. This number and this number have to be, they both have to be the same. And this is exactly what you just said. 3 to this number has to equal 21. Great. I'm ready for homework. Any questions you may have from the test if you want, or from anything else. I'm ready. Anything.
Number 60 on the homework.
Number 16 you said?
68.
6A?
68. 68.
I hope
Yeah.
I'm not losing my hearing. Good.
ln.
Yes?
ln parenthesis x plus 2 plus ln x equals ln 24.
Perfect. So just in case you need another example, we had right here just in case you need another example. We did 67 together, that's why I assigned 68. Good. So we start by determining the domain of this function. What do I have to write?
X plus 2 greater than 0.
Awesome. X plus 2 greater than 0. Now for this one.
X greater than 0.
X greater than 0. And now I have to find the common territory. So this is x greater than -2, and this is still greater than 0. We can imagine already this, but maybe we don't. So let's graph it. So this is from -2 to 0. And this is from 0 to infinity. What is the domain?
0 infinity.
Right, because both logs have to exist. Here, none of them does. Here, only one of them. Here, both. So that is the correct answer. Very good. Thank you very much. 0 to infinity. Now we have to condense this. We cannot proceed if we do not condense this. How do we condense it? What is the rule? When we see plus and we add two logs with the same base.
You multiply.
Yes, x by this. Awesome. You can put it in brackets if you want, and that equals natural log 24. And now I'm going to ask you the following. I have log of this equals log of this. And here's my question. Can this be 15 and this 24?
No.
No. Can this be 17 and this 24?
No.
No. Can this be 100 and this 24? No, because natural log of this number has to equal natural log of this number, which means these two numbers must be what? They have to equal each other. Awesome. So then distribute x squared plus 2x must equal 24. Awesome. Quadratic, I have to move 24 to the other side. Either factor, or I want to show you this. I'm going to share my screen. There is a feature in this calculator under apps, APPS, and it's called polynomial blah, 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 blah. So polynomial, the top one, polynomial root finder, press enter. Choose the order. They mean degree, but I guess it's easier to write order. I'm not sure why. The calculator uses the word order instead of degree. It's degree 2. Yes, that's degree 2. I will enter the coefficient. In this case, I have 1. Then the next coefficient is 2. The next coefficient is negative 24. And after I enter it, I just click on solve. And I get the solutions. This is acceptable in this class. I'm okay with that. So x equals 4 and x equals negative 6. Of course, this will be x minus 4 and x plus 6. That's how we get these. We don't need for something like this to use the polynomial root finder, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. What is going on? Anyway, so now we have the domain. What will you say?
X equals 4 because it's within the domain.
That's why we did that. You can say, I don't want, it's too difficult for me to find the domain. Although the domain is part of this question, these, all the other questions, etc., etc. If you don't know the domain, then you have to go back and check. So when you plug in 4 here and 4 here, you have to make sure you get that. When you plug in negative 6, obviously you're going to say, oops, and you will cross it out. But finding the domain is a very important concept. So that's why I would like not to do that, but you're not forced to. In this problem, you're not forced to find the domain. I recommend it, but you're not forced to. But what you are forced to, then, if you don't find the domain, then you have to go back and check. Okay.
So what's the answer? X equals 4.
Very good. Good question. Anything else? Do we have anything else? Are we moving on, or we have questions from the test? I have a little discussion for you, so I would like you to work on that. So let's work on the discussion.